Welcome to the family. I'm so happy to see you here and thank you for your interest in this course. I'm Puya, a Google certified digital marketer, and together we are going to learn a lot of powerful stuff about e-commerce and marketing. So stick till the end of this video because I'm going to share a lot of amazing stuff with you, and also I'm going to show you why this course is so unique and so different from the other courses out there. I designed this course for 4 types of people. If you want to learn e-commerce and marketing and you want to work as a freelancer, this course is for you. If you want to start your own e-commerce and marketing agency, hire people and get projects from other companies doing marketing and creating a successful e-commerce system for other companies, this course is for you. If you are a business owner, a product owner, and you want to learn e-commerce and marketing to grow your own sales, to grow your company, this course is for you. And finally, if you want to learn e-commerce and marketing to create an advanced affiliate system to become a successful affiliate, this course is for you. And beside all of these, each of the sections inside the course is so complete that you can just directly go to the section that you want to learn. For example, how to do Instagram marketing, advertisement, or how to create a successful website from scratch, create an online shop. You can do that, and the good news is that right after you learn each of these sections, you can go out there, find projects, and start making money using the same techniques you have learned during that section. This course is so huge and so complete that if I just want to talk about the sections that we have inside the course, it's gonna take a lot of time. So I'm trying to make it short. We will begin the course by learning more about the fundamentals of e-commerce, Ecommerce Blueprint, e-commerce planning, audience, product, which is very important in creating a successful e-commerce system. Then we will learn more about the traffic blueprint. After that, we will start with Instagram marketing, Facebook marketing, YouTube marketing, Pinterest marketing, and so on. Then we will have content production section where I will teach you exactly how you should design your content specifically for each of these social media platforms. And also I'm going to teach you the different ways to design it yourself. After that, we will learn more about advertisement, the fundamentals of successful ads. Then we will have Facebook advertisement, Instagram advertisement, Google ads, YouTube ads, Pinterest, and so on. After that, we will learn how to design a website, how to build a website from scratch, even if you don't have any experience about it, how you can design and create a successful website from scratch, how to create your own online store. After that, we will have search engine optimization, how to rank higher in search engines like Google. And then we will talk about one of the most advanced marketing strategies, connector marketing. Then we will have email marketing and marketing strategies connected to that. After that, we will learn everything about funnels, how you should use the funnel, how you should design a funnel based on the goal that you have to increase the online sales. And then we will talk about how you can start your own company from scratch. I'm going to share my experience with you. And finally, we will have 21 marketing cognitive biases that I can guarantee you, if you look around, you cannot find these strategies anywhere online, and they are so powerful regarding e-commerce and marketing. You may think that this course is just a couple of videos and I'm standing here talking and it's all virtual, but it's not like that. I spend most of my time every day interacting with my students, helping them, answering their questions on different platforms, on different students' community. And beside that, one of the reasons that makes this course so unique is because on the course we have a student workstation. It's a page on my website where you have access to all the written documents connected to each section, connected to each lecture. They are available there 24/7, but if you want to have it offline for yourself, you can just click on download the PDFs and have the PDFs for every section for yourself. In addition, inside the student workstation, we also have some featured marketing and design tools that will help you in e-commerce and marketing. This course is covered by 30 days money-back guarantee, meaning if during the first 30 days after you join the course, If you didn't want the course for any reason, you didn't like the course, you didn't like the lectures, you didn't learn anything new, or even you didn't like my face, you can just send a refund request and receive 100% of your money back, no question asked. So if still you are not sure that this is the best course for you to learn e-commerce and marketing, please go ahead, read the course description, read the course content, the lectures that we have, and also you can take a look at the next couple of videos after finishing this one to see how our course will look like. And also, please go ahead, read the thousands of reviews that the students wrote, not only for this course, but for all of my courses, and see how happy they are with the result that they have received. So if you really want to become a master at e-commerce and marketing, if you really want me to mentor you and teach you the advanced strategies that I have been using over the past couple of years for my own businesses to become successful, click on take the course right now, because I can guarantee you cannot find all of these information with this high amount of value anywhere online. I'm Puya, and this is my e-commerce and marketing masterclass. Welcome to the program. I'm so happy to see you here. And before we begin, there is something very important that I want you to know about. I have designed a student workstation that will help you a lot to get the most out of this course, to have a better learning experience. So you can see the link here. You can go to this URL, or on the next article I will put the link. So all you have to do is to just click on it and get to the student workstation. And this student workstation is completely free and available anytime that you want. So here it is. This is the student workstation on my website. And you can come here. These are the sections that we have along the course: e-commerce blueprint, e-commerce planning, audience, product, traffic blueprint, Instagram traffic, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, content creation or content production, advertisement, SEO, connectors, email marketing, hook story offer, and finally we have funnels. So you can come here and click on each of these topics and get to the written documents. And sometimes we have some additional documents, sometimes we have the summary. So you can watch the videos, watch the lectures, come back here, go through the documents. We have some diagrams that will help you along the way. Or if you don't want to take notes, we have all the notes available in this student workstation. And beside that, for each of these sections, if you don't want to come to the student workstation, all you have to do is to come here, click on this download PDF, and you will be able to download the PDF of each of these sections and have it on your own computer and use it whenever you want. Let me make it a little bit bigger. So this was the first part of the student workstation. The second part is the feature tools that we have. There are some tools on the internet that I think they're really helpful in marketing, in e-commerce, and in designing stuff, creating content for example, your social media marketing. And I have put the links here so you have access to them easier. For example, let's take a look at a couple of them to make you more excited right at the beginning of the course. So here we have for example, SimilarWeb. If you want to make a research about your competitors and understand from where they are getting their traffic and how they are improving their website, you can come here, write down their website and analyze their website. SimilarWeb will tell you all about that. The next tool, for example, SEO Optimer, it will tell you, for example, you can write down the URL of your own website if you have right now. If you don't have, as we go forward, we'll talk about that, and I will teach you exactly how you can create an advanced website for yourself. You can come here and analyze your website, and it will tell you the weaknesses and the strength of your website so you can improve it. Hashtag Stack, it's a perfect and very useful tool for generating useful hashtags based on your Instagram page, and all you have to do After it is generated, just copy and paste it on your Instagram so you can drive more traffic toward your page. And there are a lot of other tools here. Keyword Surfer will help you with the SEO, and as you search on Google, it will give you a lot of information about any keyword that you search. Colors, you can pick easily 5 colors that are a better match for your business. Free Pick and Flat Icon will give you a lot of free designs, and UI gradients, it will help you in the design. It will give you the gradients that are working very well and they look very nice. And as you can see, for example, this purple background, I just get it from the UI gradients here. Okay, so that was a of this student workstation, and the third part is the student community. So there are 3 different places. We have a Facebook group for all of my courses. You can come here, and right now that I'm recording, we have almost 7,000 members in this group. You can come here, you can, if you have a question, you can ask there, and you can get in touch with other students, have a chat about, for example, your project and your business, and try to learn more from each other. The next one, if you are interested, is my own Instagram account that from time to time I share a lot of tips. I share the behind the scene of my courses and a lot of other things that I think is useful for learning regarding marketing, business, and self-development. And finally here, this is my YouTube channel. From time to time I upload new videos about, again, marketing, business, and self-development, and also sometimes I come live both on Instagram and on YouTube to have a Q&A session or talk about some important topic. Okay, so that was all about the student workstation. Again, as you can see, this is the link, or as you can see here, here on the screen. So you can just write this URL down, or on the next article, all you have to do is to click on the link and you will jump into this page. And I'm repeating myself again, this page, this workstation is available 24/7 for free. Okay, that was all, and if you're ready, let's continue. Welcome to this section where we are going to talk about e-commerce blueprint. Okay, so before we start doing marketing, before we want to learn more about the strategies, the advertisement, and all the other things about marketing, first of all, let's take a look at what e-commerce is and learn about the process, the plan that we have ahead of us, what we have to do along the way. When we learn more about these fundamentals, then we will jump into each of these steps and go deep and learn all about the strategies and tactics that will help you to generate money online, to sell any product. Okay, so right now let's focus at the structure of e-commerce. First of all, for those of you who are not sure what e-commerce is, when we sell a product or a service online using internet, to this process, it is called e-commerce. Now, what do we have ahead of us? What is the e-commerce blueprint? So let's talk about that. The first thing that we need to consider, and as we go forward along the course, we will learn more about that, is audience. Okay, so the very first thing that we need to learn more about if you want to sell a product or a service online, we need to know more about the audience that we want to target. So as we go forward along the course, the next section, the next couple of sections, we will get to audience. Then we need to learn more about the product. Okay, when we learn more about audience and product, then we can go to the next step, which is about traffic. Okay, in this part, in the traffic section, we will learn more about the different channels, how we need to do marketing on those different channels, how we can do advertisement, and a lot of other little or big strategies that we can use to market our product or service. After this, when we learn more about the traffic and what we should use, which channels we should use for our business, after that, we will get into funnels. So when you know that where your traffic is and from where you need to direct this traffic, now we need a sales system, okay? An online perfect sales system. And to that we call funnels, okay? We drive this traffic into a system that it starts to convince people to buy our product and become our customer, okay? So this is the whole concept. This is the whole blueprint of e-commerce. And as I mentioned, as we go forward, the next, the next section is going to be about planning. And after that, we'll start with audience. Who is our audience? Where they are? What do they look like? What are they interested in? What do they hate? And so on. Then we learn more about our product. And one thing, let me tell you, it doesn't matter if you want to do e-commerce as a freelancer or as an agency, or if you are a product owner, you're a business owner, or even if you want to do it as an affiliate, it doesn't matter. The system is the same thing, okay? We need to learn more about the product. For example, if you want to create an e-commerce system as an agency for other companies, you need to learn more about their products and get into it. For example, what problems this product will fix. Is it better than the competitors or not? If yes, in which cases, in which fields it is better, and so on, okay? Then we'll talk about traffic, as I mentioned, different sources. We will learn about each source separately, very deep, and then about funnels and customers, okay? And in the next part, in the next video, very short, I will show you the same thing with more additional written information on our student workstation. So if you like, you can take notes from there or just save the information from our student workstation, okay? So that was all about the e-commerce blueprint. Now on the next part, on the next lecture, we are gonna talk more about the goal that you want to have. Why do you want to learn more about e-commerce and where do you want to go? It's very important. We need to talk about it right at the beginning before we get into e-commerce and marketing itself, okay? So I hope you have enjoyed this lecture and learned new things. And if you are ready, let's go for the next lecture. So, as I mentioned, in this lecture, we are going to talk about the goal. Now, I have been doing marketing and e-commerce for more than 10 years. I have been teaching these stuff for a couple of years now, and I am in touch with my students a lot to understand them better, to find the problems that they are facing better so I can help them fix those problems. Now, the thing is that most of the students want to learn this stuff, but they don't exactly know why they want to learn it. For example, okay, programming is a trend right now, let's learn programming. Okay, why do you want to learn programming? Okay, so e-commerce or marketing is the same. Why do you want to learn e-commerce or marketing? This is a very important step right at the beginning. It's about the fundamentals. If you make this mistake and don't know where you want to go, later, as you go forward, all of these will be meaningless for you, and you won't be satisfied with the process of learning. You won't get to what you want. So let's talk about the goal that you have in your mind. Now, I have designed this course for a group of people. The people who want to do e-commerce as a freelancer, okay, as a freelancer, or as an agency, or they want to do as they want to learn e-commerce as a business owner. For example, like me, back then, a couple of years ago, I was searching for more information about marketing and e-commerce because I was a product owner, I was a business owner, and I wanted to grow my own business, okay? And lastly, is going to be for affiliates, okay? So freelancers, agencies, business owners, and affiliates. So if you are from one of these groups. Now, in the next couple of lectures, very short and very quickly, I'm going to talk about each of these very fast. So if you are not still sure which of these cases you want to be in, which of these groups you want to be in, so you can think more about it and decide, okay? I'm going to tell you more about, for example, how it is to be a freelancer, what it's going to be after a couple of years when you work, how about agency, how about business owner and affiliates, okay? So the goal is important. I'm not saying this for, let's say, our course here. Whatever you want to do in your life, the goal matters. You cannot just go out there in the street, for example, and just walk around in different streets. Okay, let's turn right now, then turn left, then let's go straight. Where are you going? I don't know. You need to know about your destination so you can get there, right? If you don't know the destination, nothing matters. I know a lot of people that they're just trying so hard, they're just working day and night, killing themselves, but they don't get anywhere because they don't know where they want to go. That's not going to happen for you, because right now we will talk more about the goal that you have in your mind. Okay, so this step is really important. If you are not sure about your goal, please take a moment, think about it, listen to what I want to say about each of these fields, and see if one of these fields will be a better match for you, and then select that, and let's continue the course together. Okay, that was all for this lecture, and if you're ready, let's go for the next one, and let's talk about the first group of people who want to learn e-commerce. In this part, we are going to talk about who is our customer. So we have a set of questions here for you to go through them and find the answers. So every time that I myself want to do marketing, I do the same. I go through these questions, find my answers, write them down, and I always know who is my customer, who is my potential customer, how I can find them, what's their problem, and so on. So let's take a look at these questions. So we are in the students' workstation, the e-commerce audience part. So here we are, who is your audiences, and the questions are, for example, the age range. In which age range your audiences are? Are they young? Are they, for example, teenagers? Are they from, for example, 20 years old up to 30, 40 years old? And one thing you need to consider here, for example, you may have customers from all the age range, but most of your customers are from some specific age range. For example, let's say 80% of your customers, okay? You need to focus on that part. For example, for my case, when I want to sell, for example, marketing and business and self-development courses, most of my students are from the age range of, let's say, 18 up to 34 years old. Yes, I had students with 50, 60 years old, and I had younger students as well, but most of my students are from this part. The next question is the gender, okay? Yes, for example, you may say, right, I have from both, but which gender is more for you? If it is both, for example, if it is 50-50, then you need to consider both. But if it is, for example, you have 80-85% of your customers are men or are women, you need to consider them. You need to pay attention to that side more, okay? The next part is the location. From which location most of your customers come from, okay? This is very important. For example, in my case, I'm just making it as an example. In my case, most of my students are coming from United States, then India, then some other countries, okay? I have students from all around the world, but most of them are from these countries, okay? So you need to know, for example, your product maybe is just focused on a single city, okay? So which part of the city? Okay, in cities have different parts. For example, your product is expensive, so this side of the city is not going to work. You cannot sell it there. You have to sell it in this part of the city, which, for example, rich people live there. These are just some hypothetical examples, okay? The next part is the language, okay? The reason that I want you to find the answers for these questions is that later, as we go forward in the marketing section and the marketing strategies, advertisement, you need all this, okay? So right now it's a great time to find the answers and keep it, okay? Interest, okay? Now include and exclude. I have written it under it. It means that what do they like? For example, in the include part right now, for example, my audiences like to learn, for example, coding. My audiences like to go out camping once a month, for example. For example, customers like, let's say, they like this public figure or that public figure, or they like this show, or they hate, for example, coffee, or they hate going to this place, okay? So write all of these things down. Now, I understand that right now you may say, okay, from where I need to find the answers? In a second, I will point out to some of the places that you can find the answers, and also as we go forward in this section, we'll get to some parts, and there are some tools that will help you to find the answers for all these questions. Right now, you can just bring a paper and a pen and at least write down the questions and the answers that you may guess, okay? In a moment, we'll take a look at it. The next question is that where do they hang out? Meaning, where I can find them, okay? For example, are these people mostly go to YouTube, or are they mostly going to Instagram or Pinterest? Okay, or they go to Google to search for a product like mine, okay? So you need to write them down. I think first it should be Google, then it should be YouTube, then it should be here. And for example, LinkedIn, no, my product is not a kind of product that people go on LinkedIn and search for it, okay? Then we have the next question is that, what do they need, okay? What do they need? Meaning, for example, in my case, my students, they need to learn marketing, they need to learn e-commerce, they need to improve themselves, self-development, they need to learn more about business, okay? These are their needs. They want to sell something online, they want to start their own business from home, okay? These are their needs. When I know what do they need, then I can provide a better product, right? Okay, does it make sense? So, where they look for it. Now that I know they need something, where do they go and look for it? Okay, do they go to Google and search for example, best marketing course? Or do they go to YouTube to do that? Or do they go to Instagram? Okay, for example, on Instagram, not that many people go on Instagram and search, for example, for best marketing course, right? You cannot find it there very easy, but on Google, you can find it easily. On YouTube, you can find it easily, okay? On LinkedIn, it's very tough to find, okay? So you need to know these things. You need to come up with an answer. So let's take a look at different ways that you can come up with an answer. The first way is that, let's say if you want to do this as a freelancer or as an agency for a company, they may already have a list of customers, okay? They may have sold their product to, for example, 10, 20, 100, 1,000, 10,000 people, and they may have a list for it, okay? And you can go through that list and analyze those people. They may have some social medias, okay? They may have, for example, a page on Instagram, and you can go there, you can take a look at the insights. Okay, just a second, let me show you, for example, the insights of my Instagram. Let me also change the screen. Where is it? Here we are. For example, this is my Instagram. I'm not sure if it is very visible or not. I'm going to click on Insights. And these are some of the information. Let me just click on the audiences. You see here, for example, I can click on countries, and these are, for example, number one is United States, then it is India, okay? So the age range from 18 to 34 is my top age range, then gender, and so on, okay? So it's pretty easy if you have access to these things. If you want to do marketing and e-commerce for a business that they have, for example, social media accounts and they are active on Facebook, Instagram, or other platforms, they will give you some insights about your audiences, and you can answer some of these questions. The next thing is a guesswork. Try to sit down and guess. Okay, I think, for example, I'm going to sell, I don't know, cell phones, okay? And mostly, for example, the design of my cell phone is usually a kind that young people will like it. So more or less, let's say, and for example, boys are very interested in early gadgets, for example. Let's say, I think the top gender should be men and the top age range should be, for example, let's say 20 till 30, for example. Okay, you can guess part of it. Okay, what do they need? They need this. Okay, so you can think with yourself and come up with an answer. Again, as I said, as we go forward, we will learn more about some of the strategies that will help you to find these answers. But right now, you can just write down these questions and come up with answer for each of them, maybe through some searching or guesswork. Okay, so that was all for this part. On the next part, we're going to talk about competitor mining. It's one of my favorite strategies that we can use right at the beginning to find these answers. Okay, so that was all. If you're ready, let's go for the next one. All right, so welcome to the next lecture. During this part, we are going to take a look at an interesting strategy which is called competitor mining. Now, in this part, we need to find your competitors and you need to learn from them. There are a lot of things that, for example, when you start a business, when you want to do marketing for a company, along the way, you are going to make a lot of mistakes, okay? When you want to sell a product, you will make a lot of mistakes. And for each of these mistakes, you need to pay a cost, okay? Maybe it's time, maybe it's energy, maybe it's money. But this way, using this strategy, you can minimize the number of mistakes. You can just learn from competitors for free, okay? With spending some time with going through what they are doing, gathering information, you can easily decrease the number of mistakes to minimum and get to your goal much faster, right? Here I have written some information about it, but the main concept of competitor mining is that you need to find the competitor, which on the next lecture I will show you how you can get to them. And when you found them, you need to create two lists. One is the list of, for example, some of the competitors, maybe top 5 or top 10 competitors in your area that are very successful, the best of them, okay? Number 1, number 2, number 3. For example, more or less you can guess how much they're selling, not the exact number, but okay, for example, this company, I think they're number 1 in sales. This company is number 2, this company is number 3. For example, the first company, they have a perfect product, okay? You can analyze them, you can learn a lot from them. We can get to that later. Another list is that this one, finding it is a little bit more difficult, but it's very useful and it will deliver a lot of information, good information. This list consists of the worst competitors, okay? The competitors who have failed, okay? The companies who try to sell, for example, a bottle of water, it's their product, but they couldn't do it, okay? Now, finding them is a little bit tough because, for example, when you go to Google and search for example, a product that you're interested in, at the top, for example, in the first 2-3 pages of Google, you can find the top ones. But the weak ones, the ones that failed, it's a little bit harder to find, but still you can do it. What can you learn from them? A lot of things. Why did they fail? That's the main thing, right? Did they have problems in marketing? Did they have problems in their product? What was their problem? And you can learn a lot of things from them too. And when you combine all of this information, it will help you to design a perfect system that decrease the number of mistakes in the process, okay? So here I have written some of these information down. And on the next part, we are going to talk about the next, it's connected to this one. We are going to get to our competitors. I'm going to show you how you can do that and talk more about this diagram here, okay? So that was all for this part. In the next lecture, we will talk more about how we can get to product and from product to competitors and how we should analyze it, okay? That was all for this lecture. If you're ready, let's go for the next one. All right, welcome to the next part where we are going to talk about how we can get to our competitors, how we can gather more information about them. So the first thing that you can do is to use Google. Go on Google. For example, I want to sell a product. You know the name of the product. I mean the type of the product. For example, I want to sell marketing courses. All I have to do is to go to Google and search for marketing courses, okay? We just do that, okay? Marketing course. Let's see what we can find here. So when you come here, the first, for example, in my case, in the search that I did right now, it is showing me the first two are ads, okay? Now these two links, they may be successful or not. I can take a look at them. But the first of them, you see the first couple of links are the most successful of them selling in this product, okay? Selling this product on the market, okay? And I can go through them. The first, for example, there are a lot of videos here about marketing courses, and I can go through them, the first couple of pages, 2-3 pages, and gather more information. Right now, you may be a little bit interested. What are these things on the right side of my screen? I'm using two tools. Later, I will tell you more about them. That these tools will give me more information about the keywords that I search. For example, marketing course, how much is the search volume and how much does it cost for ads. Anyway, you don't need to know about it right now. But in general, you can go through it. For example, I can come, let's say, I don't know, for example, learn digital. Okay. Oh, okay, this is the Google course. Okay, I can come here. Okay, this is one of the courses from Google. I can start the course, and for example, it is 40 hours. It is for beginners. It is free. I can start it and learn more about it. Okay, now this course, my product is marketing course. Is this course successful or not? Okay, I can learn more about it. I can take a look at their product, see how many people, for example, got into. Maybe I can find those information. Or if I come down here, for example, on Udemy, I can find out there are a lot of links here. I can go through them and find a lot of data there, okay? And as I said, finding bad products, it is much more difficult, but you can do it on markets. For example, I want to sell, I don't know, I want to sell a computer keyboard, for example, okay, on Amazon, right? And I can go there, search on Amazon computer keyboards, for example, and at the, for example, first 1 or 2 pages, well, there will be good products. When I go to final pages, for example, pages, I don't know, 40, 50, number 40, 50, there I should find bad products or companies who failed, okay, businesses who failed. Now I have to run a research and gather information and find out why did they fail. So the process is this way. You know your topic, you know your niche, okay? For example, selling a product, for example, a keyboard, it's inside electronic gadgets, okay? Then search for that product in any market, on Google, on YouTube, on different social medias, on, for example, if it is on Amazon, on eBay, on, I don't know, any place out there that has some information about your competitors, do that. Search your product there. From the product, you can get to your competitors, okay? Let's try that out here. For example, let's go to Amazon and search for computer keyboards. So, keyboard. And, okay, here we are. So, for example, you see This one, it has, for example, 1,000, almost 500 reviews. And this one, this is $200, 600 reviews. I can go through them, and for example, let's click on this one. And from here, I can find the person who's selling it, okay? And find more about them. What are they doing? How they get to this point? How are they selling? Do they have, what is their message, for example? They're selling an expensive product, but they were successful. It was, for example, an Amazon choice. So I can make a research about it and gather this information this way, okay? So from product, you can get to your competitors. And from here, you can create the list of good and bad competitors and write about them. From that list, you can learn do's and don'ts, what you should do and what you should avoid, okay? This is important. Okay, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't talk about this because, for example, the companies who failed did these things, and the companies who became successful didn't did these things, okay? So I can understand that I shouldn't do it them either, right? Based on these doing and don'ts, I can get some helpful information, and based on that, I can improve my product and go through it all over again, okay? So still, that I am doing, for example, this for a couple of years. I check my competitors. If they do something new, I know about it, I follow them, and I receive all this information. If they're doing something good, I can maybe do it on my product as well. If they're doing something bad, I can avoid it too, right? And I'm not saying just about courses, about everything, right? And from here, you can improve your product. But also from your competitors, not only you can learn what you should do and what you shouldn't do, you can also find out more about your audiences. This is the part that we need right now, okay? The audiences. How you can do that, for example, on Amazon. Let's go back. On this product, I can go through the reviews, the people who left the review. I can take a look at them on some platforms. You can, for example, get in touch to these people, send them some messages, gather more information. And just by reading these information, for example, why this guy left a 1-star review, okay? This can help me find the answer for the question. Why it jumped up. Okay, just a second. Let me go down. Okay, this can help me with the question that we had earlier. For example, if we come up, okay, where they hang out, what do they need? Okay, for example, clearly, for example, this guy needed something that this keyboard didn't provide it, right? Because of that, he gave a 1-star review. So I can find the answer for this question, or where they look for it. I can, through the platforms, I can find the answers of that as well. Anyway, you get information about audiences, then you can go for the traffic funnels and customer, okay? So more or less that was all on finding the competitors. On the next part, we are going to use these tools to analyze our competitors and get more information from them. Actually, on the next part, I want to mention let's talk about competitor analyzation, and after that I want to talk about something, a great mindset that will help you a lot along the way. Okay, so that was all for this lecture, and if you're ready, let's go for the next one.